And there it is. Another mind-blowing experience. I was just sitting there thinking, why is it so many of these lawyers, politicians are lawyers nowadays, when in the past, you had to be a lawyer to be a politician, just to get yourself out of trouble. But these days, all you got to do is be rich. Doesn't matter what your background is in. You could be president. You can hire all kinds of lawyers, you know? I'm sitting there thinking, why is it there aren't more psychiatrists, psychologists, psychology-driven workplaces that are driven towards being president, you know? And I'm thinking, why? It seems like they would be able to, but God, it hit me. I said, son of a bitch. Why not look into the transcripts of all these maniacs that are fucking driving people down paths, the herd fucking, holy shit, lightning coming out of the sky. You know, let's look into there. Just as an interesting survey, $30,000. Just an interesting survey to see how many of these people that are maniacs driving maniacs down a maniacal path took a lot of psychology classes in their undergraduate years, you know? We might find that a good deal of them did. Look at the electives that these people take. See, you need a college degree. You need a high school diploma. Nobody asks you for any of these things. Let alone looks into what your electives were, the classes you could take that weren't required, you know, to fill space, to make it a full quarter or something without beating yourself up too much, like taekwondo. And scuba diving. Shark. And tumbling. Learned how to do a dive roll. I fucking did a damn Captain America off of my motorcycle 13 days after I woke up in the emergency room for getting hit on my motorcycle. I don't know the story behind that one. I don't remember a goddamn thing. Postpartum amnesia, I think that's what they call it. I was parted from my motorcycle. I still ran. 13 days later, I had some fucking guy in a Korean War vet hat fucking pulling. I'm like, which way is he going? He's going, but fucking cutting in front of me. And as and and finally I said, I can get through the McDonald's fucking driveway gap parking lot and get back onto the road around there. And I went around the front of him, and I was just, and it was just, he had me too far strung. I fucking saw that damn, I was hitting the curb. I had almost made it, but I could see I was hitting the curb. And I said, and I imagined this so many times before because I think it'd be so cool. And I looked, and just at the moment where I was hitting the curb, because I knew I wasn't making, I had a gun and I had but there was just no way in and out of that fucking parking lot. And just as the tire hit the curb, I lunged myself off my foot pegs in a fucking Superman like thing. I was like fucking, I went into the air like Superman and about 30 feet away or something, I don't know, next to that fucking traffic fucking post that I went back and checked my roll marks. I landed like Captain America in a flying dive roll, airborne, and just and fucking came back up out of it, which is what I learned in my tumbling class at Michigan State, that flying dive roll. They had to tell me to cut it out. They thought I was going to break my neck because you can get going really high on those bouncy things. You didn't know that in the Olympics, did you? They bounce. You can fly if it weren't for gravity. And they were always trying to stop me from, because I just get running. Every time I was running across that tumbling floor, all the cheerleader girls that were in the gymnastics class that was part of the tumbling, they call it tumbling for men so they don't feel gay or something. I don't know. I thought gymnastics was fucking gym work. I went flying off that motorcycle. I fucking skyrocketed off it. And did my flying dive roll where you put your elbow, your forearm there and chin to the chest and you just fucking roll. And it was the best fucking flying dive roll I ever did. I came right up out of the roll and went funk. I wish I were outside and I had more room. I'd show you. And a motorcycle and a car to fucking hit. Or a curb or something. But I came right up and I stuck the landing. I said, And I turned and I started walking towards that car that was fucking sitting there, didn't know what the fuck was going on. Old Korean War vet. I always liked the Korean War vets when I was in my early years of the VFW because they were older than the Vietnam vets, but they were younger than the World War II guys, and they all had it together. But this guy fucking got out of the car just going, I said, this man shouldn't be behind the wheel. It's really too bad. Really too bad. We all take our turns, you know, when it comes to old age, and people say, oh, to be young again. I have always said, we all take our turns. But as you get closer to it, it doesn't sound so fucking encouraging anymore. But yeah, the Korean War vets, they're getting old now. And these are things I learned in electives, you know. Well, that's one example. I won't get into the whole fucking not to follow the fucking dark shadows when you're 200 feet down scuba diving and you're getting narked out. Nitrogen narcosis, the rapture of the deep. I won't even talk about that. Somebody has to catch your fucking fin as you're just drifting off into it. There's something over there. It's a fucking shadow moving in at the fucking continental shelf. You're going down into a desert. Everybody knows I like deserts, even if they are covered with water. So look at the fucking electives that these motherfuckers take when they are fucking getting into your head. Look at their electives. Why don't we just look at their electives? I think she's had that one worked on.